Hallo, Hallöchen, liebe Freunde. Willkommen zurück zu The Eimer Parable 2. Und ja, wir schauen uns hier dieses Bild an und genießen noch kurz ein bisschen die Kunst. Genießt bitte die Kunst und lasst es mal auf euch wirken, ja? Die Wolken, die Berge, die Bäume. Der Herbst zieht schon leicht durchs Grün. Wunderschön, wunderschön. Leute, ich hoffe, es geht euch gut. Ihr seid alle fresh und gesund und wir holen uns unseren Bucket.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Ah, wunderschön, wunderschön. Ich liebe diesen Bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Oh ja, die Mitarbeiter-Lounge, der schönste Raum. Vielleicht
And
wird
here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Also der Eimer ist echt der beste Eimer, den ich je hatte. Ich glaube, ohne den Eimer wäre ich generell schon längst verloren. Ohne den Eimer hätte ich einfach auch keinen Spaß.
Truly, being here with the bucket was a grand adventure. Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together.
Oh, einiges.
First, walking through the door on the right, then walking to the lounge, then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired.
Richtig nice. Es war total schön. Also wir hatten richtig schöne Zeiten zusammen. Der Eimer, ich, ihr habt zugesehen.
This was where the bucket felt most truly at home. Here in the employee lounge. Perhaps it's the only place a bucket can even feel at home.
Hier durchglitschen. Speedrun, Glitch.
Stanley decided to just give the bucket absolutely as much time as it needed to be in the lounge. Clearly, the bucket and the employee lounge shared a special connection.
Ah, Teppich haben die auch. Richtig schön. Richtig schön. Eigentlich will ich hier bleiben. In der Bucket Lounge. Können wir in der Bucket Lounge bleiben? Die Stanley Parable Bucket 2? Ich bleibe in der Lounge. Aber passiert irgendwie nichts. Na, schauen wir mal.
But finally, the bucket was done being in the lounge, and they took the first open door on their left to get back to business.
Wollen wir das? Nö, ich gehe mal geradeaus.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Ja. Können wir eigentlich hier runterhüpfen? Ich würde es gerne mal ausprobieren. Oder da ist ja auch noch irgendwas. Guck mal hier. Was ist das denn für ein Weg? Da hinten ist ein Achievement. Hier.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Es ist schon echt crazy, wie viel Content das Spiel eigentlich bietet, wenn man, aber ich weiß immer nicht, wohin und dann, es ist verrückt, dieses Spiel, weil du immer denkst, habe ich jetzt was vergessen, bin ich jetzt richtig, kann ich jetzt hier runter oder ich gehe einfach mal da durch. Bin ich auch noch nicht gewesen. Weder mit noch ohne Eimer. Hallo?
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense.
Das macht keinen Sinn.
There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there? Caporata.
What? Okay. Was passiert in diesem Spiel?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it
Stanley
mean?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Immer wenn man den
Stanley
Eimer nimmt,
clutched the
ist es
bucket
hier...
tightly to his
Nein,
chest. This
nein.
was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this... No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
The bucket.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Nee, wir versuchen jetzt erstmal hier noch ein paar Zweige irgendwie.
No, said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Kann ich einfach hier runter? Komm, wir probieren das mal.
But Stanley feared
Oh.
that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Okay, das geht auch
All of
nicht.
his co-workers were
Ich wollte es nur
gone.
mal testen.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Ah, es fühlt sich auch echt besser an,
Stanley
oder?
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this... No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Nein.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Was ist, wenn ich das Telefon nicht abhebe? Kann ich den Stecker rausziehen?
Oh, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone?
Ja, hab ich.
Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket. Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body.
Okay.
These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny now.
I'm Dunny with the funny.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threatened our very existence.
Okay.
And very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Was?
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Okay. I'm Dunny with a funny.
I can feel it. This time, I'm
Oh, ich
really
kann
going
diesmal
to
gar nicht
nail
runter.
the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I
Ja,
wouldn't be the
das
king of
weiß
comedy,
niemand.
That's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Er sagt nichts zu dem Raum. Ja, man weiß am Ende aber nicht, wo man schon gewesen ist.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Kann ich jetzt nochmal rechts gehen?
What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There were supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point. A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the 2 doors room.
Ja,
What an
vielleicht.
egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again.
Oh Gott, nein.
Yes, surely that will help me improve my... Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Ich gehe nochmal rechts. Ich gehe nochmal rechts.
What? We're back at the phone already? No.
Komm schon, ey. Ich
Here we
will...
go. You ready?
Oh Mann.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Ich werde ihn wahnsinnig machen.
What? We're back at the phone already? No. Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Gucken, wie lange er das durchhält.
What? We're back at the phone already? No.
Ich glaube,
Here
da
we
ändert
go.
sich jetzt
You
nichts
ready?
mehr, oder?
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Okay, komm, ich gehe zu linken.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right,
Ach so.
leading back to the phone. Did you
Hä?
not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley.
Wie, was
I'm going to
denn?
be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud? Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal. I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
Okay. Ja, ich würde sagen, das war's dann erstmal für heute. Wir haben jetzt noch 1, 2 Eimerwege, die ich dann gerne gehen würde. Und dann, also wir hatten ja jetzt irgendwie ein Outro. Also eigentlich ist das Spiel vorbei, aber irgendwie ist es auch nicht vorbei. Das müsst ihr entscheiden, ob es vorbei ist oder nicht. Ich weiß es nicht. Vielleicht kommt noch was, vielleicht auch nicht. Es ist die große Frage, ob ich dem Wahnsinn verfalle oder es nicht tue. Keiner weiß das so genau. Leute, ich bedanke mich an dieser Stelle wie immer recht herzlich fürs Zusehen. Wir sehen uns, wenn ihr Lust habt, in der nächsten Episode wieder. Ich wünsche euch allen da draußen einen wunderschönen und erfolgreichen Tag. Und ja, wir sehen uns, wenn ihr Bock habt, dann beim nächsten Mal wieder. Macht's gut, bis dahin, auf Wiedersehen, reingehauen und ciao mit Au.